More drama in Dalton. Credit card transactions amounting to thousands of dollars.
To see what it looks like to come out of controversy and to come out of all the hatred unscathed.
Word on the street is that Tiffany Henyard has hit rock bottom, and it's hard to ignore the mess she's made. You couldn't miss the headlines about her controversial actions as the mayor of Dalton, a village just 22 miles from Chicago. While she may not be a household name like Diddy or Kim, the scale of the trouble she's caused is massive. Rumors are swirling that Henyard is now broke, and to maintain her lavish lifestyle, she's allegedly trying to raise $10 million on GoFundMe to get out of financial trouble. Creditors are reportedly coming after her, suing left and right to recover their money. Things are looking grim, both for Henyard and the people of Dalton, whom she's ultimately let down.
There have been increases in general administration spending in nearly every area.
This situation is blowing up, and Tiffany Henyard's mountain of debt has become the center of attention. It all began in March 2024 when it was revealed that she had misused taxpayer money to fund a series of personal and extravagant expenditures. Henyard treated the city's bank account like her own open checkbook, spending freely without regard for the public funds she was misappropriating. Unlike celebrities who spend their own money, Tiffany was burning through taxpayer dollars, and residents were outraged. At a recent meeting, one resident told her directly, "You lied to us. You do not stand for me, and I want you to step down as mayor today and save our village from the deficit you've caused." Now, Dalton can't even pay its bills, and Tiffany's financial troubles are worsening because the money she squandered on her lavish lifestyle was part of the very funds that were supposed to support the community.
It's costing taxpayers a lot of money with few details about how it benefits the communities she's.
Tiffany Henyard didn't stop at draining public funds. She also took out hefty personal loans, totaling millions, and now she can't pay them back. She's in serious trouble and on the brink of bankruptcy. While Tiffany was living large, Dalton was falling apart. The police department's cars are reportedly on the verge of repossession because the town can't settle its debts. Tiffany's reckless spending of taxpayer money and her alleged involvement in shady schemes have only worsened the situation. One of the most significant issues involves Section 8 housing, the program designed to help low-income families find decent living conditions. Tiffany is accused of collecting Section 8 payments without making necessary repairs and instead using the funds for her trips to Vegas. The scandal is growing, and Dalton's plight is becoming increasingly dire.
So they have no idea why township taxpayers picked up that bill.
This situation is part of a larger picture that casts Tiffany Henyard's tenure as mayor in a seriously negative light. We're talking about severe mismanagement, corruption, and outright neglect of her duties. As mayor, she was sworn to improve the lives of Dalton's residents, but instead, she prioritized her own extravagant lifestyle. When the scandal broke, people were blunt in their criticism. They pointed out that while Tiffany had money for trips to Vegas, she couldn't pay the village's debts, which is clearly unjust. It's a shame that Dalton's residents are being victimized by this behavior. Every time someone delves deeper into the situation, another layer of mismanagement is uncovered. It seems Tiffany completely forgot that her job was to serve the community, not herself. Despite her lavish spending, it's clear she failed to allocate the budget appropriately and neglected her responsibilities.
$40,000 at Amazon. What a slap in the...
And guess what? Despite all of this chaos bubbling beneath the surface, Tiffany continued to act normally and make decisions for Dalton as if nothing was wrong. Perhaps she believed she could keep it all a secret, but the FBI quickly became involved and is now investigating her finances. What they're discovering isn't good. Tiffany's financial dealings were the subject of a severe criminal investigation by the FBI, which has issued subpoenas for everything from her personal transactions to the town's whole financial history. They are delving deeply, and what they are finding is shocking.
Now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses.
It turns out Tiffany Henyard's wild spending spree extended far beyond Vegas vacations. The investigation has revealed that she allegedly used taxpayer funds for a range of personal luxuries, including high-end cars and a security detail that would make a Hollywood star envious. It's as if she believed being mayor granted her an endless supply of cash for her own use. Now she's reportedly begging for help, and it's no surprise that social media users are harshly criticizing her. One person commented, "She put herself in this mess, so she should get herself out of it. How dare she ask people to help her? I'm not donating a cent." Another added, "She's got over $300,000 in income and still can't pay her bills. Now she's begging for money." Tiffany is taking a severe hit to her public image. Denying the truth hasn't helped her, and despite the fallout, she isn't lying low with humility and guilt. Instead, while the town scrambles to address the crisis, Tiffany is reportedly stirring up more trouble and shifting blame onto everyone else.
I wish the FBI is around the corner so they can come and raid this place because all of y'all deserve to go to.
It turns out that the cash Tiffany Henyard was splurging wasn't even hers. She was borrowing money from every direction, and now creditors are knocking on her door with lawsuits piling up like unpaid bills. Yet, she allegedly refuses to admit defeat and is reportedly turning to ordinary people on the internet for help to avoid bankruptcy. As one source put it, Mayor Henyard is in a state of lawlessness, doing what she thinks will benefit her personally and politically rather than adhering to the law and serving the village of Dolton and its residents. To make matters worse, she allegedly used public property as collateral for her personal loans, assets that weren't even hers to gamble with. Once the truth emerged, the locals didn't take it lightly.
People will always try to stop things they cannot control. That's what it's all about.
Just when you thought Tiffany could get any more desperate, she pulls a move that has everyone's jaws dropping. She launches a GoFundMe page. Yes, this is the same woman who, after spending shocking amounts of public funds on Amazon vans and other personal needs, is now pleading for donations, ostensibly trying to save herself from a financial disaster. It seems that her fame and power caused her to be a little reckless, and now that Dolton is also in financial trouble, Tiffany is broke. However, given her propensity for con games, some speculate that this is her last attempt to engage the public before she vanishes permanently and spends several decades.
What she's doing is totally unorthodox.
The people of Dolton are far from ready to let Tiffany Henyard off the hook. They remember every penny that was meant for the town but ended up spent on her makeup and clothing. While she's out trying to elicit sympathy, the town remains in crisis, a situation she single-handedly created. Yet Tiffany has had the audacity to ask for financial aid, even after the chaos she's caused. Despite the uproar, she's managed to raise around $115,000 through her GoFundMe campaign. There are still some who are buying into her shameless appeal, but the majority of social media is not showing any support or pity. One user commented, "The fact that she isn't in prison yet is just as bad as all the criminal acts she's committed." Another added, "How dare she ask those she stole from to bail her out of $10 million debt? The delusion is astounding. She belongs in prison, and it's way beyond time." Despite the mess she created with her own decisions, Tiffany is still trying to get out of this financial disaster on the backs of working-class people. Good luck with that, because your schemes are now out in the open. What do you think about the aftermath of her so-called leadership and her attempts to raise funds? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos.